Today, I'm going to be showing you guys every single glitch in Season 5 NBA 2K22 Next Gen and Current Gen. First things first though, please like and subscribe. I mean, it's 100% free, it literally takes 5 seconds, helps me out so much. Okay, I'm gonna start on Next Gen with all the glitches on that game. Then I'll talk about some glitches that work on both Current and Next Gen. And then finally, I'll wrap things up with Current Gen specific glitches. Also, there will be timestamps down below in the description if you want to skip around. Okay, let's start off Next Gen with a pretty unique glitch. And then a little bit later, we'll talk about the main glitches you guys probably came here for, like VC and badges. This unique glitch actually has to do with the build system and the changing of the units of measurement. Pretty much just by flipping back between Imperial and the metric system, you can get some crazy glitch builds. We're talking about builds that have better stats, badges, are taller, and have bigger wingspans than they should. For example, you can make a 6'7" with quick chain even though it clearly says you have to be shorter than 6'7". Also, this glitch allows you to get dribble moves that you otherwise shouldn't be able to get. The exact way you make these glitch builds changes a ton, but on my channel, I've talked about pretty much all the glitch builds in this game. If you guys want to see the top 5 glitch builds, in my opinion, it's in the card above. Be sure to check it out. My favorite example of how glitchy this build system can be is the 6'9" build that's become super popular in the 2K community. Pretty much for the first step, you're going to want to make a shooting guard, and then go with 6'3", 220 pounds, and a 7-foot wingspan. And then for the body shape, go with burly. Next, after that, for the attributes and takeovers, pretty much just upgrade this randomly. It really doesn't matter. And then once you are on this screen, scroll over to edit build, then continuously press circle or B until you back out to the main menu, and then pretty much just change it over to the metric system. After that, you can go ahead and edit the build you just made. And then if you change the body settings to 2.05 meters for the height, 86 kg, and 2.31 meters for the wingspan, you can get these absolutely insane glitch stats. Just so you guys can understand how good these stats are, on the screen right now is the stats you would normally get if you don't glitch this build. You guys can see pretty much everything about this build is significantly worse, especially when it comes to dunking, defense, and physicals. And that's just one example of how overpowered these build glitches can be. So for the next glitch is going to be a VC glitch on Next Gen. Now I'm aware of a very overpowered VC glitch that's actually so overpowered people have gone banned from it. And since people have gone banned from it, I've decided not to include it in this video. And I'm only going to be giving you guys super safe VC methods that might be a little bit slower but will not get you banned. So for the very first step of this glitch, you're going to want to make a brand new build and then basically just skip through all these cutscenes and stuff. It really doesn't matter. You're going to spawn right in your apartment and pretty much you're just going to want to copy everything I'm about to do. First step is run over to Ricky and talk to him. And then whenever you're doing this glitch and you get into a cutscene, just hold X so you can skip it. Now after that, you're going to want to exit your apartment and there's pretty much 2 NPCs you have to talk to. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is get on your skateboard and skateboard over to these waypoints. And then after you've talked to both of these people, you'll unlock fast traveling. So you're going to want to fast travel back to your apartment. Then go back inside your apartment and talk to Ricky for the second time. After that, just wait a second and then you can talk to him again. And then you're basically going to get 4 options and you're going to want to select declare for the draft. It's going to ask you if you're sure, just press yes, this is my dream. After it fades to black and you spawn back in your apartment, you're going to want to talk to Ricky for the 3rd time. Then you're going to want to exit your apartment and you're going to get 2 brand new waypoints. You guys can see they're both on the far left side of the map. So if you're with the Vipers or the Wildcats, you can pretty much just quit out and then load back into the city and you'll spawn pretty close to at least one of these waypoints. However, if you're with the Beasts of the East or you're with the Knights, then you're instead just going to want to set your spawn point as close as possible. After you've done that, you're pretty much going to want to quit out to the main menu and then load back in. And you're actually going to want to skateboard to the waypoint on the left side, even though it says it's farther. Trust me, it's just way easier to get to this location. After you arrive, go inside, talk to the lady at the front desk, and then go through the doors. And then immediately after you do this, run outside and fast travel back to your apartment. Once you are at your apartment, you're going to want to talk to Ricky twice. And the second time, be sure to select I'm ready for the draft, let's do it. There'll be a couple cutscenes directly after this, and you'll also get 500 VC for getting drafted. And then you're going to want to talk to Ricky again, and just like that, you'll earn 1,500 VC. So in total, that's 2,250 VC, which is pretty good. To get this 1,500 VC, you used to have to go talk to the agency again and then talk to your coach. But now you can pretty much just skip those steps. And then as soon as you talk to Ricky after the draft, you'll get your 1,500 VC. So next, moving on to 99 overall and badge glitches on next gen. For 99 overall and badges, you really only need this one super overpowered method. First, you're gonna need this quest called Meet the Hoopers. The exact time you get this quest changes a ton, but I know 100% after you get drafted and you get your apartment, you're able to get this quest. And then once you do have this quest, it's gonna prompt you to talk to Ricky. So you're gonna wanna go inside your apartment and talk to him. Once you are on this City Slam screen, you're going to want to select to view the Knights. I'm pretty sure you're actually able to view this challenge no matter what affiliation you are. So even if you're like the Beast of the East, you can still do this challenge. After that, you're going to want to skateboard over to the rooftop court. If you guys don't know, it's right here on the map. And then once you do arrive, you're going to want to go inside. Next, you're going to want to talk to this guy with the icon above his head. You're actually going to get 500 VC just for talking to him, but you will have to talk to him a second time. After that, you're going to be able to choose your teammates and start the game. In this game, you're pretty much just going to want to grind badges normally. Really quickly, this is the best way to grind every single badge category. For finishing, just speed boost around your defender and rim run towards the basket. For shooting, you can either just do a step back and then shoot a 3, or if you're a little better at shooting, then speed boost around the screen, go into the corner and do some sort of moving shot. And then for playmaking, I would recommend calling for a pick and roll and throwing lobs, or you can just wait for them to double team and then start throwing lobs. And then finally for defense, obviously get bump steals, get body ups, and get good shot contests. But the best way to get defensive badges is by giving your opponent a lane towards the basket. So that way they cut and then you can recover and get a chase down block. Obviously, these explanations were super quick and not very detailed. So if you want an in-depth explanation, I'd recommend checking out the video in the card up above. In that video, I pretty much tell you guys exactly what to do in-game to grind badges on pretty much every single build. These challenges are all around super overpowered. You guys can see I basically earned 3k shooting, 10k playmaking, as well as 15k my points in a 6-minute game, which is absolutely insane. Now, the actual glitch part of these challenges comes in during the second game. As you guys can see, it says win by at least 3 points or more. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is either lose or win by 2 points or less. The logic behind this is it'll allow you to replay the challenge unlimited times because 2K doesn't want to let you move on to the third challenge unless you've met the requirements. So pretty much you can just play the same game over and over and over again. So that's going to wrap it up for next gen specific glitches. But now we're going to be talking about an AFK VC glitch that works on both games. There's actually 2 AFK VC glitches I use. The first is pretty much the My League one that I've shown you guys in the past. This works on both current and next gen. For next gen, you're going to want to go into My NBA, and then for current gen, you're going to want to go into My League. From there, you're pretty much going to want to make a brand new file. And then these settings and what team you select really doesn't matter. I'm just going to go with the default settings and go with the 76ers. For the draft class, I recommend auto-generating rookies. And then the very first step is you're going to want to open up the 2K nav, go to front office, go to roster, and then pretty much quick edit your roster. If you don't know, you need to press options to quick edit. And then while quick editing, if you press X twice, you can edit the entire row. So what you're pretty much going to want to do is go down the list and bump up everyone's overall. You're just going to want to get it to the point where this team is not going to lose. So they don't need to be all the way at 99 overall. As long as they're 90 plus, it works. Next step is you're going to want to go to options, go to settings, and then go into general. And then from here, you can pretty much change the quarter length. Obviously, just change the quarter length to as long as you're planning to be AFK for. So if you're planning on being AFK for a long time, go with 12 minutes. And then for the last step, you're going to want to go into options, go into tuning sliders, and go into CPU/user. Once you've done that, you're going to want to scroll down on the CPU sliders until you get to fouls, and then just go down the list and drop all the fouls down to 0. As you guys know, fouls slow down the game, which is not something you want, so go ahead, drop them to 0. Now after that, you're pretty much done. Just go to the first game of the season and press play game. And then for the most important step, make sure your little icon at the bottom is underneath the positions. This is super duper important. It should say CPU. And what this pretty much means is it's going to be CPU versus CPU, so you don't have to do anything. From there, you can pretty much start the game and then spam X or hold X to skip through all these cutscenes. And you guys can see the game is starting and I can pretty much just put my controller down. I don't have to do anything. I can walk away if I want to. And now I can pretty much go to wherever I want to and do whatever I want. And at this time, I'll still be earning VC. For example, yesterday I was watching some TV, so I just started up one of these. And then when I came back, I got some free VC. Also, for those of you wondering, if you're AFK for the entire game, you'll earn 1,100 VC, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you're earning VC from literally doing nothing. So in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. For the second AFK method I'm going to show you guys is only good if you can touch your controller every few seconds. Also, I would recommend doing this on current gen. It's significantly faster than next gen, but it does also work for next gen if you don't have current gen. Although I would imagine most next gen players have both games, so it really shouldn't be that big of an issue. For the very first step of this method, you're going to want to make a brand new build. The build doesn't really matter too much, but just make sure you're a small forward. Next, go ahead, skip the intro to my career and go directly to the NBA. And then your team doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go with the Raptors. Now, after this, you're going to want to scroll over to play game and go to the first game on your calendar and then press play game. Then just load in as quickly as you can. And then on the screen, you're going to want to press X and then hold X so it sims until you get put in the game. Now, at this point, when you do get subbed in, you can go AFK. You can pretty much just put your controller down and do whatever you want to. You don't have to play whatsoever. You will get some turnovers and stuff, but it does not matter. Eventually, however, you are going to get subbed out of the game. And when you see you're subbed out, take a break from whatever you're doing and then just press X and then hold X to sim a little bit more. And then just pretty much continue to repeat this process. Whenever you get put into the game, just go AFK, do whatever you want to. And then when you see you're on the bench, take a break, press X, and then hold X so you can get subbed back in. You guys can see at the end of the game, I earned 501 VC. And for me, this game took like 15 minutes, but I wasn't playing whatsoever. And also, you're going to get less and less minutes as the season goes on. Because I mean, after all, you're scoring no points, getting no rebounds, getting no assists, but you are getting turnovers. So obviously, you're going to get less minutes. As far as which method you should use, it's honestly pretty simple. If you're going to be AFK and you're going to literally step away from your setup, then obviously do the first method because you don't have to touch your controller at all. But if you're able to peek at your screen or touch your controller every few minutes, just so you can start a new game or sim a little bit, then go with the second method. I personally use the second method whenever I'm editing or doing homework because it's really easy to take like a 5-second break just to sub into the game. Although whenever I'm planning on watching TV or going outside, I'll do the first method. So now we are going to be talking about current gen specific glitches. And since we started with a unique glitch on next gen, let's start with a unique glitch on current gen. And this unique glitch is going to be for unlimited XP tokens. The first step is you're going to want to make a brand new build and then go straight to the NBA and sign with a random team. Then you're going to want to scroll over to where it says neighborhood and click go to neighborhood. And for the first step, you're going to want to run over to Heather and talk to her. And then you're going to want to run away, go to your quest journal, scroll all the way to the bottom and then scroll back up. And then when you turn around, Heather should have a brand new quest. After you talk to her for the second time, run over to the elevator and go to your My Court. You'll see her there, go ahead and talk to her. Next, you're going to want to go back into the elevator and go into the game room. She should be standing somewhere on the right side. And of course, you're going to want to run over to her and talk to her. She'll then tell you to check out the captain on deck 15. If you have a go-kart or something to speed this process up a little bit, definitely use it. Personally, I don't, so I'm just going to have to run. And then when you do get to him, of course, go ahead and talk to him. He'll tell you to go to the gated facility, so just keep running. And then talk to this guy at the entrance. He should have an orange exclamation point. After that, continue running past him and go to the elevator. And then you're pretty much going to want to go back to the lobby. On your left, there should be this guy with a red hat. And then after you talk to him, Heather should spawn back in with an orange exclamation point. When you talk to her, she'll tell you to check out the rec, but you don't have to do this. Instead, just pretty much do what you did at the very beginning of this glitch. Run away a little bit, then go to your quest journal, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then scroll back up to the top. After that, she'll get a brand new quest, and then she'll give you a reward of 25 VC and a piece of clothing. This clothing is actually the shirt I'm currently wearing. I'm sure most of you guys already have it. And if you haven't done so already, definitely you have to equip this shirt. Next, for the very last step of this method, you're going to want to run over to the art gallery. And then when you do run over, there should be this woman with an orange exclamation point. Pretty much just go ahead and talk to her. She'll give you a quest of wearing your Concha Del Mar shirt while playing a park game, and you're going to want to go ahead and do that. Now, you actually have to play this park game on your new player, but all the XP coins do transfer over to your other players. And boom, just like that, I finished my park game while wearing the shirt. Even though I'm on a 60 overall, I honestly kind of went off this game. I mean, I went 3 for 3 with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And I also poked the ball loose so many times, it's kind of insane. Although I'm sure most of you guys don't actually care. After this game, if I go over to my XP coins, you guys see I don't have any XP coins whatsoever. So what you're pretty much going to want to do to get your XP coin is quit out to the main menu and then reload the player you just made. And if I do that, you guys can see I just earned 1 XP coin. And you pretty much just spam this method over and over again to get unlimited 2 times XP. So for the next glitch on current gen is going to be a really good 99 overall glitch. This works for going from 95 to 99 overall and is super duper fast. The first step of this glitch is make sure you're on 5-minute quarters and pro difficulty. Once you do get into the game, get takeover as quickly as possible. Also, the fastest way to get takeover is by doing whatever your takeover is. So for example, if you have sharpshooting takeover, then just shoot 3s. Once you do get takeover, go ahead and pop it, and then foul out with takeover still activated. You should end the game with 25 plus points and foul out in the first quarter. Every single time you do this, you should be able to get 99.9. Although I know for some builds, unless you're getting a ton of rebounds or points or something, you're going to end up getting a 99.6 or 99.3, although it still works either way. Overall, this method is just super overpowered. Like once you hit 95 overall, you can get to 99 in under 2 hours. Now, if you guys want to get badges or get to 95 overall, unfortunately, this glitch doesn't work. For badges this year on current gen, there isn't really one super OP glitch like there is on next gen. But what I will say is that the current gen rebirth system is so broken. On some builds, just by doing the rebirth, you're able to get half your badges, which is insane. And also by rebirthing, you can get to a 90 overall and it only goes up to a 95 anyway. Also, something that will immensely help your grind is the My Player Nation games, which don't exist on next gen. This gives you 2 times VC, but most importantly, 2 times my points and 2 times badge progression. So whenever these games are available, definitely do them. Now moving on to a VC method on current gen. Obviously, you can do either of the AFK VC glitches I showed you guys earlier. And on current gen, you can also do trivia, which is literally the fastest and freest way to earn VC on 2K. But if you want a repeatable method, what I would recommend doing is this. First thing you're going to want to do is go to the lobby. And then once you are in the lobby, run over to the rec center and go inside. After you've done that, pretty much just wait for a game to start. And then once the game does start, you're going to want to play for a little bit. Eventually, you're going to want to join your friend. You can join your friend at any point during the game, but the safest point is at 4 minutes. So you guys can see right at 4 minutes, I joined my friend's park. And then every time you do join your friend's park, you'll earn anywhere from 400 VC to 700 VC. Overall, this isn't the fastest method in the world, but it's definitely a lot faster than just playing My Crew. If you did make it this far into the video and enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Also, let me know if there's anything I missed down below in the comment section. There's a gameplay video, a dribble tutorial, and the best animations on the screen right now. Like, comment, subscribe, go follow me on Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.